Hi friends of Rices, I'm Brad with Rices More Than Floors, and today I'm going to go over some nuances of the Adura Flex, Adura Rigid, and Adura Max underlayment choices, along with some tips and tricks on the underlayment options. So stick around, you don't want to miss this as an installer, homeowner, or even sales professional at the other dealers. So with the Adura Flex, Adura Rigid, Adura Max, the problems we're facing right now is the Adura Rigid and the Adura Max. Some of the Adura Max we're not able to get due to the Forced Labor Protection Act. And so due to that, we're having troubles getting definitely the Rigid, and the Max is hit and miss. So what these are, they all have the same wear layer of a 20 mil wear layer. They're a little nuanced a bit when it comes to what they actually look like. They're very close, but if you had all three side by side, you could see, if you had the eye, that there's a slight difference in looks. But otherwise, 20 mil wear layer. This one here is glue down version, so commercial, residential glue down. This would be rigid version, so it's a harder, denser product, can be used in higher temperature, extreme temperature environments. And then Adura Max, a little bit less impact resistant, but it's a more comfortable. So not quite as durable as these two, but it has sort of the comfort. I'm going to set these off to the side and talk more about the glued down Adura Flex, which is made in USA and typically available right now. So setting those off to the side here, what I've got here is a piece of Adura Flex, and this particular product would be two options on install. One would be glue down to, you have your 3/4 inch substrate, and you'd glue down, or I should say you'd staple down this 1/4 inch underlayment. And then from there you would glue down the Adura Flex. Carpet, if carpet's coming up to it, you roll the carpet underneath itself and tack to it. So no transition pieces. So glue to a good 1/4 inch underlayment, turn and tack. Depending on the carpet choice, you might have a 1/4 inch to 5/8 of an inch difference in height, but it's still a nice transition. The other interesting option, Mannington makes this. This is Mannington's underlayment, or MUL, or MUL is what they'll call it. And this particular product can be put down on the 3/4 inch underlayment. So it's got to be structurally sound, but it doesn't have to be a perfect underlayment, or substrate, I should say. So you would lay this loose, tape the seams. You'd run it perpendicular to your planks. So if your planks are running this direction, the 6-foot wide material would run perpendicular, or the opposite way. Another way you could install it is on diagonals. Another tip. Another tip with this too is this material, just like this material in the Flex, you'd want to acclimate on sites. You want to have that on job site prior to installation. So acclimation is key. So now with this is just a sample of an end cap or square nose. And so the color isn't accurate, but at least gives you a sample of what it looks like. That's kind of an end cap look there. Sometimes there's a track with it too. So you put your track down, snap this in place, and it allows this, when it's glued to the MUL underlayment, because it's a floating floor system now, then you would turn and tack your carpet to it. So height differences are very similar. The end cap with the MUL paper versus the underlayment, and the typical 1/4 inch underlayment glued to it. So they're both glued down. It just happens that this one is now considered a floating system. That's where you would need transition pieces involved with that. So height-wise is similar. Quietness, probably not much difference in quietness between the two. Softness, yeah, this probably feels a little softer because it's loose lay, but not a ton of difference in softness. Repairability, you would heat up a glue down plank. It's pressure sensitive. Heat it up and then peel it off. Usually it comes off reasonably decent, though sometimes it may peel the veneer off this plank, and then from there we would skim coat that with a filler, let that dry, re-glue a piece in. With the MUL underlayment, heating it might remove it off of there, or you would just cut it out with a utility knife, the whole plank and the MUL underlayment, put new MUL underlayment in, tape it in, glue it down, you're moving on. So arguably the MUL underlayment is likely the faster repair, but it gives you options. So today's situation where you're not able to get the Max, the Adura Max, the Adura Rigid, well, now you have the solution. US made Adura Flex. This would be their commercial version, which is often used in residential settings. Now you can actually glue it down to a 1/4 inch underlayment, glue it down to a mull underlayment right directly from Mannington, and you've got your option. If you need a floating floor, you have that option. So that's all I have for today. Let's hope that the Forced Labor Protection Act gets resolved and you have all 3 options available. This fits your needs. Otherwise, this is very, very universal and commercially rated, unlike the other 2. So it's a great solution. Plus, it's made here in the United States, so usually very, very easy to acquire and easy to get. So that's all I have for today. And like always, stay present. Thank you.